Okay, let's go ahead and get started and call to order the meeting, October 7th meeting of the Brandon City Council to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you and welcome. Roll call.
Clark.
Christina.
Here. David. Here. Fish. Here. Jorgensen.
Here.
Cole.
Here.
Parsons.
Present.
Mayor Lundberg.
Here. Any additions, deletions from the council on the agenda? The administration has informed me that they have pulled item F3 from the agenda, the WSP aquifer assessment proposals. Pulled that off the agenda. Anything from the council?
Will it be on the next?
If not, can I have a motion to approve as revised?
Make a motion. Second.
Motion and second to approve the agenda as revised. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We have the minutes from September 12th and September 16th. If I can have a motion to approve those.
Second.
Motion and second to approve the minutes from September 12th and 16th. Any questions or discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Bills and claims listed with the agenda. Any questions or comments from the council?
Move to approve. Second.
Motion is second to approve the bills and claims submitted with the agenda. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The consent calendar, we have 7 lot plats. Is that correct terminology?
Yep.
Lot plats to approve. If I can have a motion for those.
So moved.
Motion is second to approve the consent calendar with 7 lot plats. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Anyone from the public wishing to address the council at this time? Yes, sir.
My name's Tom Sharp.
Probably have to turn on that mic.
And then the.
Perfect.
Yeah, better?
Now you're live.
Good evening. I'm Tom Sharpie. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm Rick Vandenhoek.
We're from the VFW. And what we'd like to do is propose that we bring back the Parade of Lights with the VFW hosting that. We propose that it be on Saturday, November 30th, starting at 6 o'clock up at the high school. Come down Holly, turn left on Main, end up here at the VFW. We lead the parade with Santa Claus on it, unless the chief of police and the fire department want to be in front of us. We'd be more than willing to have them go first. And we have, afterwards, we'll have Santa Claus at the VFW, and we'll have hot chocolate so all the kids and stuff can come in and see Santa. So it's been a couple years since we've had one. If it's extremely cold out and we know far enough advance, we'll get the word out so everybody's not sitting along the curb waiting for us to come down the street, and it's not going to happen. But we'll have Santa at the VFW afterwards.
Perfect. Yep. That item is on the agenda for approval a little later on, so
Okay?
any questions for Tom from the council? I think
Thank you.
good to go. Thank you. We appreciate what you do. Anyone else? If not, we have a public hearing on a nuisance abatement assessment, Resolution 2519. Brian, any comments or?
No, these are assessments for unpaid nuisance abatement bills for lawn mowing.
I can have a motion to approve.
So moved. Second.
Motion is second to approve the assessments for our people taking care of lawn mowing assessed to the property tax. Is that it? Very good. Any questions from the board? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have the rezoning of the fire station from general business to institutional. On item B2, ordinance number 597, can I have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Motion is second to approve the rezoning of the fire station from general business to institutional. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And ordinance number 595, sign regulations. Brian, I'll turn to you for any comments or...
Just amending some of the requirements for signage, primarily driven by signs in multifamily dwellings or zoning districts. Planning and Zoning Commission reviewed it at a public hearing Thursday and recommended or voted for a due pass on the ordinance.
Very good. If I can have a motion then to approve that?
So moved. Second.
Motion is second to approve ordinance 595. Several changes to the sign regulation ordinance as presented. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Water Conservation Committee, is anybody, Barb, you're going to report for them? Very good.
So Water Conservation will come the first meeting in November to talk about expanding our rebate program. And so they'll have the information put together by then. In Sioux Falls, they've done the toilet rebate program, and they have a lot of older homes, obviously, than we do, because the program started in 1992 where the stools had to become more efficient. But I think technology continues to evolve on that. So we'd like to offer that to our residents. The shower heads, I'm not sure if they're thinking an actual rebate or maybe just giving away some efficient shower heads. So they'll come forth and give an update on what the committee's been doing and also ask for your support on an expanded rebate program.
Very good. That'll be the first meeting in November. Excellent, thanks, Barb. Moving on, the golf course reports. We have the 2020 golf course rates. Andrew, do you want to give us a brief summary of that?
In the packet, there's two sheets of paper. One that we're looking at the screen now, that is our rates for this year is the far left. Right next to that would be the 4-year average of what we've sold for each item line. And then the line to the right of the line down the middle is proposed increases to what they would be. Most of it's pretty small. The green fees, the daily green fees are the biggest jump, and then there's just a minimal increase in all the season passes. The season pass holders, those have been our core members. They're the people who have supported us for years and years. So it's nice if we can not hit them with a big increase and let them keep it a little bit affordable. We are still a public facility, and we want people to use it. These rates put us pretty close in line with the Sioux Falls courses and the Great Life courses, where right now we're substantially lower on the daily green fees. And then all the cart rates in the proposed are if we are able to purchase a new cart fleet. If we don't, I would recommend that we would leave that at the price it's at now. We're already getting about the maximum we can get for what we're offering with our cart fleet. Other than that, I don't know if anyone has any questions, concerns, comments about stuff.
Questions from the council?
So Andrew, when do you think we're going to look at some information on the carts? I know you're working on that.
Yep, so I've got a bid from Club Car and Easy Go, and then Yamaha is stopping out tomorrow, and hopefully he'll have bid in hand, and then we can discuss it 2 weeks from now.
So do we want to make a decision on this stuff before we know about the carts?
Yeah, I would say probably not.
No, this is just the proposed rates. Typically what we do is give the council the proposed rates at this meeting with a resolution setting those rates at the next meeting. So by then we should have information on the cart lease to consider as well.
Yep, and with those I'm getting bids, a lease to purchase as well as a lease program, so we can look at that. Just the differences after the 6 years is up. If we do purchase, they're ours. We can use them for a couple of years and generate revenue that way without a payment, or you can trade them into.
What do we do with the old ones if we decide to make a change? They get traded in?
The old ones, in the bids, the companies we're getting bids from are purchasing them from us, and they're giving us substantially more than we probably could have hoped to get for them. So we're getting a pretty good deal on that.
Other questions? Total projected increase in revenue, about $57,000, I see on your calculation.
Yep, yeah, and these are 4-year average numbers, so they're taking like 2018 into effect where we had a, poor year, so they could certainly be higher than that too. And then with the outings, that's kind of the biggest increase there. If we do increase the price, we potentially could lose a few, but I think the important number there is just total revenue, not number of outings we do. Because we'd rather, if we can do less and make the same or more, that's a win-win for us, in my opinion.
Very much so. Okay,
Thanks for all your work on that.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
thank you. We'll bring this back for formal approval in November?
Yep,
or
we'll have a formal resolution drafted up for next council meeting.
Next council meeting?
Yep.
Okay, very good. All right, item number A3, we have a golf course committee that we're forming to look at the whole golf course situation with what's going on here. You want to take off of that, Brian?
Sure. The council's had some discussions. Tom Walsh was in a month ago or so, which brought up the discussion, should we take a look at the operation of the golf course? In other words, should we retain management of it, or should we farm it out or contract it out with a proposal? So the discussion was to form a committee to take a look and make that recommendation to the council. Recommended folks on there: Chuck Parsons, Chair; Dana Clark; Paul Chabot; Dan Mostick; Christina Smith; Brian Reed; and then Andrew Bowers, an ex officio member. As far as the time frame goes, I think that committee really needs to take a look at it fairly quickly. Like I've said before, we're going to have an awesome spring, open March 1st for golf. So we need to have something in place, no later than February February 1st at the latest, if we could. So at least my thoughts on it are, and the council can certainly chime in if you want, but it's a pretty narrow thing. I don't anticipate the committee looking at rates or prices at the lounge or the pro shop. It's just, what do we want to do with management of the course?
I would agree with that I would imagine, I've never served on a golf course committee, but I can imagine that it's easy to get caught up in the muck in a golf course on how short the grass is, how long the fairways are and stuff. Just try to keep that out of there and deal with the topic at hand.
We'll talk about the length of the rough, number of trees on the course. We can go down all those.
Very good. Do we need a motion to approve this committee? If I can have a motion to approve the committee as outlined.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the golf course committee of Chuck Parsons, Chair; Dana Clark; Dan Mostek; Paul Chabot; Christina Smith; Brian Reed; and Andrew Bauer as an ex officio member. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Parks and Recs had their work report for us to review. Public safety, monthly police report, and inspection report. Fire department had their pancake supper and fed me and my family, so I was very pleased with that. It looked like they had an excellent turnout, and I appreciate all they do for that. Under the administration,
One thing under public safety, just to let you know, Chief Weir has met all of his requirements for reciprocity. He passed his test. It's been a wonderful week out in Pier. So he is being recommended for a certification.
very good. We have our engineering intern, Ethan McKeitron. I was looking to you guys to help me with that. from the Brandon Valley High School to employ him at the minimum wage of $9.10 an hour. If I can have a motion to approve that. Motion and a second to approve Ethan McKeitron, we're going with, as our engineering intern. Any questions? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have a request from the food pantry for their fundraiser at the golf course to utilize the golf course clubhouse for no charge on November 22nd. If I can have a motion to approve that.
Second.
Motion and a second to waive the fee for the golf course clubhouse for the food pantry fundraiser on November 22nd. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have a request for the Holiday Lights Parade, as we heard from earlier from the VFW, November 30th. If I can have a motion to approve that.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the, bringing back the Holiday Lights Parade, sponsored by the VFW. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. The Ice Cats are proposing to do a raffle. My understanding is, unless we say
Unless you were opposed to it, there's no action needed.
any opposition to the ice hockey people conducting a raffle. Very good. Item number D5 is the 6-month probationary status change for Doris Breckus.
She successfully completed her 6-month probation. We recommend moving it to regular status.
I have a motion.
Second.
Motion is second to recognize the 6-month probation status of Doris Breckus being completed and moving to full-time status. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have a workspace for study for City Hall and Public Works proposal from ISG in the amount of $20,000 to perform a study of space needs for those two entities. Can I have a motion to approve that study?
Second.
Motion and a second to approve a proposal from ISG to conduct a City Hall and Public Works space needs study. Any questions?
Sure we need more space?
We're good.
All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Carrying forward in the street department, we have an ICAP management agreement for the transit system to approve.
Yeah, this is our annual agreement with ICAP for operation of the transit system. And just a little update, this will be the last one. ICAP is getting out of the transit business effective next October. So we've got some meetings scheduled with them to, and they've got a recommendation. There's another similar agency, and I can't remember what it's called, but they're recommending that we would do the same thing with them in the future. So this will be the last one with ICAP.
Good, can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion is second to approve the management agreement with ICAP for the city's transit system. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have the Park Maple Street joint agreement for preliminary design for them to start the process rolling to get their grant application in. Correct, Tammy? It's in the amount of about $50,000, our share of that.
Our share is gonna be 18,000.
The total is $50,000?
We
Is that it?
budgeted 50,000.
Well, we designate, okay,
That was the cost estimate at the time we did the budget.
sorry. Very good. Our share will be 18,000.
$18,602. The total project is $169,000, so.
Can I have a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Motion and a second to approve the Park Maple Street joint agreement grant application that will incur an expense to the city of Brandon of approximately $18,000.
Can I say something?
You sure may.
Oh, I can? Okay. Well, maybe I'm not on now.
Now you are.
Okay, I just want to say, thank you, Tammy, I think this is wonderful. I think that working with the county and the city of Sioux Falls and then us, I think that's just going to open up a lot of land, some property for Brandon economically, residential, commercial, whatever, office space. So I just want to say, I think I'm great that we're looking at this and being proactive. So thank you for your work on that.
It can't come soon enough. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. We have a proposal from DGR for what we're terming as the Rushmore Area Design Project, construction project, in the amount of $191,886. I can have a motion to approve that proposal from DGR.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve that proposal from DGR in the amount of $191,886. Any questions from the council for the Rushmore area? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have a snowplow that we need to declare surplus property, a 2012 Boss V plow, if I can have a motion for that.
So moved.
Motion and a second to approve a 2012 Boss V plow as surplus property, as recommended by the administration. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have a wage adjustment annual review for Matt Brown, the amount of $20.25 an hour. If I can have a motion to approve that.
So moved.
Motion and a second to approve Matt Brown's wage adjustments to $20.25 an hour. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Also have a wage adjustment for Larry Bixby to $24.56 an hour. If I can have a motion.
So moved.
Motion and a second to approve the wage adjustment for Larry Bixby to $24.56 an hour. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. As we heard during our briefing meeting, we need an air conditioner at our Big Sioux lift station area. The option that is being recommended by the administration is for $7,430 from Central Heating and Air, plus another $1,293 from Fulda Electric for installation, total of $8,723. If I can have a motion to approve that proposal. Motion is second to approve the administration's recommendation for a new air conditioner at our Big Sioux lift station air conditioner from Central Heating and Air for $7,430, plus another $1,293 from Fulda Electric, for a total of $8,723. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. F4 is an AE2S rate study work session, Brian?
Yep, we had a staff meeting with A2S on the rate study that they're performing for us. They would like to have a work session with the city council sometime in October. Looking at their calendar, October 15th, the 21st, 22nd, 24th, or 30th. So the 15th is open, the 21st is a regular council meeting. The 22nd and the 24th are open, and then the 30th, we've got a briefing meeting on the 31st. So any of those dates?
15th is part for it.
Okay,
That's the 16th.
16th, so that's a Tuesday then?
yep, 15th is Tuesday. So any preferences?
15.
15th sounds like a winner.
Okay.
Going once, going twice. Gonzo. 15th at what time, Brian?
What time would you like it? Usually our work sessions start at 5:30.
Perfect.
Okay. And if you look on page 129 of the packet, gives you an update as to where they're at and gives you an idea of at least what they're going to be talking about during the work session with tiered rates. That's the other packet. Well, either one, it'll be the last page on either packet. just gives you a progress report on where they're at with that study. Like I said, the things we talked about was a tiered system, whether it's 2, 3, or 4 tiers. And they'll come in with some information to at least start looking at where those tiers should be set at.
Very good.
So did you say 5:30?
5:30.
Okay, any new business from the council? Comments? If not, we need to go into executive session for a legal matter. If I can have a motion to go into executive session for a legal matter.
So moved.
Motion and a second to go into executive session at 6:25 PM for a legal matter. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Double check with, where they all go.
Thank you.